close your eyes, open your mind. Your inner wisdom is here to guide you forward through this magical experience. Welcome to your total body yoga workout flow. We are here today in the beautiful Joshua Tree National Park with a 20-minute practice that will tone, sculpt, and energize your entire body. Working with the variation of creative toning exercises, yoga asanas, and fluid movement of the body, this practice will be all that you need to leave you feeling connected and glowing. No props will be necessary. All you need is just yourself and your mat. So once you're ready to begin, grab your mat and let's get started. Welcome, friends. Thank you so much for joining me here today for this practice. Let's begin by coming over to the back of our mats, feet and knees together, and then reaching your arms forward into child's pose. If you can, rest your forehead on the floor, extending through your elbows, closing your eyes and just beginning to take a couple of deep breaths. And then taking your arms behind your back, interlacing the fingers and extending the elbows and reaching those fingers up to the sky. Feeling this nice stretch through the shoulders. Continuing to stay with the breath as you lift your body up. Allow the arms to guide your body back as you open that heart center. And then bring yourself back to child's pose. And again, come on up to your knees. Open and arch your upper back slightly. Exhale, release to child's arms reaching up. A few more times just like this, making this movement as fluid as possible. And release. Great, hold it here. And then slowly bring yourself all the way up to your knees. Allowing the arms to drop all the way back, open up through that chest. Reach both arms up to the sky. And then sit back over into child's pose. Rounding vertebra by vertebra and coming over to our hands and knees position. Let's begin by first focusing on connecting that core, extending your right leg behind you. Hips are square. And then once you're ready, reach your opposite arm, your left arm, to the front of your mat. Find your balance, find your center. Focus here. And then bring your awareness to your belly button and begin to draw it up towards your lower back. So feeling that connection of the core. Take a deep breath in through your nose. On your exhale, crunch, touch your opposite elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, crunch for 2. Reach and 3. Reach. 4. Very good. Keep it going with this breath and this momentum. 5 and 6. Reach. 7 and 8. 9. One more. Beautiful. 10. Hold it here. Left hand drops down. Bring those elbows right in. Give me a push up. Bring it down and up for 1. Keep your right leg extended. 2 and 3. Use those triceps. 4. Beautiful. And 5. Hold it here. Tuck your back toes. Now lift that bottom knee just slightly off the mat. Let it hover above the ground. Hold that belly button even closer to your lower back. Engage the core. Hold it here. And then extending that back knee and reaching all the way up into three-legged dog. Bending that top knee. And see if you can open up the hips. Really allow everything to open in that lower body. And then begin to circle that right knee in and around. Warming up the hip joint here a few times. Forward and around. Great. One more. And then lift that knee back up. And then just hold this three-legged dog. Really focus on stacking that right hip on top of your left hip. So feeling that release through the hip joint. Shoulders remaining to stay exactly where they are. Bending that top knee. And then from here, right knee is going to come and touch your chest as you come into plank, and then extend your leg back up. Bring it into plank for 2, and reach up to three-legged dog. Plank, bring that knee forward, and reach back up. Again, engaging that core, working through, stabilizing, toning the upper body as well, your shoulders. Good, bring it in, and then step your right foot to the front of your mat between your 2 hands. Drop your back knee into low lunge, reach both of your arms up to the sky. From this position, you're going to bend your elbows into cactus, lift that back knee high lunge, and then drop it down low lunge. Bring it up and down for 2. Lift and 3. Now each time that back knee comes up to high lunge, really think of squeezing those shoulder blades together as you bring those elbows down. Awesome, you guys. Now holding this high lunge, interlace the fingers behind you, drop that chest to the front knee, arms up, just like we did in our child's pose in the beginning, and then bring the body up for 1. Heart towards the front knee, and then heart up to the sky. Good, keep those arms behind you the whole time, feeling that stretch through the shoulders, while at the same time maintaining on toning and strengthening the lower body, the core. Beautiful, guys. Keep going, bring it down, and up. Hold it, high lunge, reach both arms up to the sky. Hold here for a moment, and then get ready to work the glutes and core. Hands come down, standing back into plank, reach the right leg back, step your right foot forward, high lunge. Hands back to the mat, extend and kick back, step it forward, and up for 2. Now when I say kick back, it's more of just an extension of the back leg, engaging the glute. You don't want to use too much momentum here. It's all about control, engagement, and strength. Bring the arms up, hands down, extend into single-legged plank, and then Chaturanga Dandasana. Let's open into upward facing dog, stretch up. Exhale, release into downward facing dog. First downward dog of our practice. Let's just take a couple of deep breaths. Deserve it. Just take a moment. Inhale. Exhale, lift the heels, drop the heels down for 1. Lift the heels, drop for 2. This is a really nice movement to get into the calf muscles here. Lift, drop it down. Lift, drop it down. And now let's just hold this downward dog for a couple more breaths. This is your moment to catch your breath, to come back to that center, that intention. Focus on the present moment. Once you are ready, slowly we're going to drop down to our knees and come back to bird dog, the very first movement and exercise we started with. Taking it to the other side, left leg reaches back. Square the hips out, navel to the spine. Engage your core center, and then reach your opposite right arm to the front of your mat. First we hold, we focus, we find that balance, and then we add the movement. So on your next exhale, we're going to crunch, touching opposite elbow to the opposite knee. Inhale. Exhale, let's crunch it in for 1. Extend and crunch for 2. Try to actually touch that elbow to the knee if you can. Reach and touch. Reach and touch. Try not to rush too much here. It's all about that control, extension to the fullest, and then crunch as far as you can. Extend, crunch, extend, crunch, extend, hold. Now let's get ready for those push-ups. Hands down, bring the chest down and up for 1. Keep your left leg extended. 2, 3, and 4. Last one. Hold it here. Tuck your back toes. Hover that right knee above the ground, maybe just a couple inches. That's it. Pull the navel into the spine. Your left leg is extended. We hold, and then we extend all the way into three-legged dog, bending that left knee. This time focusing on stacking your left hip on top of your right hip. And let's circle and rotate that knee. Bring it in and around for 1 and 2. Big circle with the knee. 3, really get into that hip joint, releasing any achiness, any stiffness there. Good. Once you're done, extend back into three-legged dog. And then from here, we're going to bring that left knee to your chest as you come into high plank, and then extend back into three-legged dog. That's 1. Let's keep it going. Bring it in and extend for 2. And 3. Reach it forward. And 4. You can bring that forehead down towards the knee if you want. And stepping your left foot now to the front of your mat. Square your hips and shoulders. Drop your bottom knee all the way down, low lunge. From here, cactus arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together as you bend your elbows and lift that back knee off the floor for 1. Bring it back down and then lift up for 2. Bring it down and 3. Good job. Bring it down and 4 and 5. Hold it. Extend your arms. Interlace your fingers behind you as you extend and open through that heart. Bring the chest down and then bring it all the way back up, leading with your shoulders, your arms. Bring the chest back down and back up for 2. Bring it down and 3. Bring it down and 4. Bring it down and 5. Good job, you guys. Now from this position, release your hands, arms reach back up to the sky. Drop your hands down, release your left foot to the back of your mat, then step it back to the front of your mat, high lunge with the body up. Hands down, 3-legged plank, or 1-legged plank I guess, and then reach it back up. Bring the hands down, extend, step forward, and up. Find that center. Find your focus. Be in control. Arms up. Hold that high lunge now. Take that breath. And then exhale, drop your hands. Step back into your 1-legged plank, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, take a breath. And exhale, press into the hands, release into downward facing dog. Let's take 3 deep breaths in this position. Just allow yourself to let go deeper and deeper. Feel how your body's starting to warm up, and then push a little further. We're going to continue with the movement now with our plank body waves. So come forward into plank, and then wave your body back into downward dog. So really focusing on that fluid motion of the spinal cord. So you roll yourself forward, your head comes up last, and then a slight tilt of the pelvis, arch of the back, you push back to your downward dog. Good, downward dog. Roll it forward into your high plank, and then take our slow motion mountain climbers. Right knee in, left knee in, right, left, just switch knees, right and left, stay in your plank, right, shoulders above your wrist, right and left, and then take your chaturanga. Release into upward dog, and exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Awesome. Just 1 deep breath here in this downward dog. Lift the heels, bend your knees, hop to the front of your mat. Halfway, exhale, fold forward, and then roll yourself up to standing. Right at the top of your mat, reaching both arms up to the sky. And then exhale, bring your hands over to your heart center. Roll your shoulders back, and then reach the arms up as you come into your chair. From chair, you're going to bring yourself into cactus arms, bend your elbows, lift the heels off the mat, then come back into chair. Squeeze and up. Squeeze and up. So the movement happens when you squeeze the shoulder blades, the heels rise off the floor, and then you come back down. Got it, almost there. Squeeze and up, squeeze and up, squeeze and up. Last time. And now hold that chair pose. Go deeper a little bit more if you can. Find that focus, and then hands come down to your heart. Reach the arms forward and then lift the heels off the mat. Stay exactly where you were, and with control, begin to lower yourself until you can balance on top of your balls of your feet. Hold it here, and then with control, sit on over to your mat. Slowly rolling vertebra by vertebra all the way down. Reach your arms over your head, feet flat on the floor, begin to roll up, forward, and then roll down nice and slow. Inhale over your head. Exhale, push the arms forward, roll forward to the front of your mat, and then all the way back. And just be very mindful that that push with the arms doesn't include a lot of momentum. You actually want to use your core to lift your body up rather than the force of your body. So engage your core, reach forward, and then roll down nice and controlled over your head. Reach it forward. Reach, reach, reach. Slow it down. And then come down about halfway. And if it's within your practice, lift into boat. Shoulders down away from the ears. Try to keep those feet above the floor. Arms reaching forward. Now, if this is becoming a little bit too challenging for you, you're more than welcome to place your hands behind you, palms flat on the floor. Otherwise, keep your arms reaching forward. Let's go into our boat to canoe. Bring it in and out for 2. Out and bring it in. 3, 4. Extend your knees and release the body back, and then bring it back together. 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Hold it here. Hands behind your knees, rolling like a ball. Roll up and back down. Roll up to the shoulders and then right up to your hips again, or to your sit bones. Keeping your spine rounded, so this should feel quite a fun movement for you. Last one now, a transition by placing the feet down and then bring yourself right up to chair. If you can, use your hands for assistance. Hands back down onto the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, stepping back into your high plank, shoulders above your wrist. Chaturanga, upward facing dog as you open. And exhale, release into downward facing dog. Well done, you guys. Take another deep breath in this downward dog. Exhale out. Deep breath in. And exhale, let it go. Go a little deeper than the first time that you did your downward dog. Beautiful. And then come down onto your elbows. We're going to take our dolphin planks. Bring your feet together. Connect the palms of your hands in prayer position. And then bring your body down into plank and then up for 1. Elbow plank and hips up for 2. Elbow plank and 3. This is a great exercise not just for the core, but also for your entire upper back, your shoulders. Good. You keep going, guys. Lift and drop. Lift, exhale, drop. Lift, exhale, elbow plank. Lift the hips, elbow plank. Last final lift and elbow plank, and then going into your hip dips. First, go ahead and release the right hip down and then the left hip down. That's it. So just switch right and left, hitting right into those obliques. Right and left. Right and left. You got it. Stay strong. Stay with your breath. We are almost finished, my friends. This is our final push here. Right and left. And you're in plank. Hold, hold, and drop it down. Well done, you guys. Come on over to your Sphinx pose. Elbows down. Just take a moment to breathe. The hard part is over. We just got one more stretch here to really open up the core. Let's take our bow pose. You're going to reach for both of your ankles with your hands. Grab onto them. Pull the heels towards your glutes. Maybe you want to just hang out here if that's enough, or flex your feet and lift up into a full bow. This is a beautiful way not just to open up through the body, but also release those shoulders, release the core, the abdominals that you worked so hard. Good. Engage your lower body just one more time to lift those legs and then lower down. Pull the heels towards your glutes to feel that nice stretch through the quads. And then release, hands next to your body. Push yourself up to your knees and sit back on over to child's pose one last time for our final exhale together. Inhale and exhale. Allow yourself to completely let go into this posture. Your moment of release, of connection, gratitude. Well done, you guys, for completing this practice today. It was short, but it was mighty. Once you are ready, you may slowly begin to bring yourself up to your seated position on your heels. Let's take one last final breath, reaching both of your arms up, and then bring the palms of your hands together at your heart. And again, one more time, just to really connect to that breath. Bring your hands down. One last time. Reach the arms up, growing tall. And then exhale, bring your hands towards your heart and bow gently to yourself in gratitude for your dedication and your hard work today. Thank you so much for joining me in beautiful Joshua Tree. I send you all my love and light, and I look forward to seeing you again in our next practice. Thank you. Namaste.
And just focus on the positive.
I love that. You're focusing on the light versus the darkness, right? And I think that's something that can be applied to so many levels, is when people experience trauma, and whether that is personal trauma or trauma that you see that was done to another being and that's hurting you through their experience. It's like you can live in that moment and just keep letting that darkness haunt you, or you can focus your attention on the light, and the light, that's what's going to get you through it.
When you're trapped in a cave, all you're looking for is a little bit of light, because that means that's the way out. And as long as you can follow that light, there's hope.
It's beautiful.
So
these are your light.
These are my light. These are my little light. These are little beams that were broken off by somebody, and I have the honor and the happiness to enjoy them.
That's so beautiful.
I mean, that's so profound.
Yeah.
I really think there's deep wisdom and value in all of us, just like taking that little lesson, focusing, because you said it takes effort to be angry, and it takes effort to forgive. Across all facets of life, whether it's for something someone did to a dog or something someone did to you, because we all want to focus on being